Although it says it's closed until Easter, there's a public footpath running through here that's open all year round. The main thing is walking through a deer park, so the only downside is you do have to keep your dog on a lead. But you've got some nice views of the house, and hopefully we'll see some deer. As you're walking along the drive, these trees are quite new. They're planted in the Jubilee to represent the Queen, and eventually it's supposed to be a canopy. I don't know how many hundreds of years it's going to take for them to grow over, but I'm sure the gardeners know what they're doing.
And there we've got the lovely South Downs in the background there. It's lovely walking through this different times of the year. It looks slightly different in different seasons. This tree is just really stunning. It's obviously really old, but just the way that it's made that lovely shape. We always admire it as we walk past.
About halfway down the drive, the public footpath goes across the field for probably a couple of hundred metres. So that's why I'm wearing wellies, because it can get a little bit muddy over here. But it's so cold today, the ground's frozen, so it should be okay. Beautiful in the summer though.
There's a little tiny doorway in the side of the hill. We see it, we go by. Not really sure what it is. Presuming it's some kind of storage thing. It just looks like a little hobbit house. So we've just walked across the field there. As you can see, public footpath. And that's the other direction going into the house, but as it says, private no access. And here is the start of the wall garden going around Parham House. The public footpath continues this way. So now we can just about get the first peep of the house over there. And I don't know if you can see, up there is a glider. When we're out like this and it's really quiet and there's nobody around, you feel tempted to let the dog off, but there are 200 plus deer. They're dark fallow deer here, and you never can tell where they're hiding, but there's some over there. These are from the original herd on this ground from 1640.
Yeah, I always keep Rosie on the lead, because as much as we'd get a lot more views if we had a fence at the moment, I'm trying to avoid that because she'll probably not come back. As you can see, she's very interested in stuff over there. Well, the sun's out, but it's absolutely freezing. Still looks like there's some ice left on the bottom though.
So we come to the end of the path. This is the gatehouse at the opposite end to the big entrance. And there's a kite flying around in the sky up there. And you can go through those gates. You can walk through to Amberley. You can go left and walk up and meet the South Downs. Lots of people do different walks through, but we're just turning around and going back because that's been a nice 30-minute walk in the cold.